are 1 week away from Star Wars Celebration, which means we are just a little over 1 week away from seeing footage of Episode 9, everybody! A title, footage, actual stuff from Episode 9. Can you believe it? I can. Kinda, sort of. Anyway, guys, welcome back. This is the Resistance broadcast. The base is open. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm John Hoey. We have a great show. Why? Because one of our favorite segments, The Will of the Force, we're doing it once again, as always. But more importantly, back in November, we did some speculation on what we guesses on what we think we're going to see in the first Episode 9 trailer. And now that we are so close, and this is pretty much our last shot to take our guesses, we're revisiting that one more time, and we're going to take our best shot and guesses as to what we think we're going to see in that first trailer of Episode 9. And of course, give our title shot guesses one more time as well. So we're going to have some fun with that later. And we want you guys to obviously hit us up in the comments with what you think we're going to see. Also, of course, Resistance transmissions, because what is talking Star Wars without laughing? And we sure love doing that, as Lacey always knows. And speaking of Lacey, let's bring him in as always. James Bainey, Lacey Gillerin. Guys, happy Thursday. 1 week to go. We're going to be in Chicago hanging out, guys. What's up?
I don't know what to do.
Same room, three of us together.
I don't do my hands.
It's so crazy. I can't believe we're this close. It's so weird. Like, my brain, in like one half of my brain is like, oh, that's forever. That's so far away from now. And then like the other half is like, it's like right this second. It's like happening tomorrow. And it's like somewhere in between.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. We're going to have to record James coming to the hotel to meet us and us being like, group hug.
Yes. Or what if we sabotage him, like sneak up on him?
With pies.
Like, bah! Yeah.
No pies.
You can't see
kidnap
me.
him.
We do need to figure that
van
out, though. I almost want to propose a new thing that the Kenobi movie has to be announced by Sunday so that we can do the stuff.
No,
I know. You know,
I know that would be it would hurt you guys a little bit, but it would help the podcast whole.
So, guys, I was talking to somebody about a half hour before we recorded, and I said, "So I did the Kenobi report on the series. I'm like, we all know it's coming. Like, crush that report, crushed it." And I was like, "What do you think? Do you think we're going to get an announcement at Celebration?" And they were like, "I think Ewan's going to be there." And so I think we will. But the only problem is...
Your mom said this?
It was my mom, yeah. I went and did laundry. No, I have a laundry machine. I'm kidding. No, but I think it is going to be, unfortunately, on Monday.
What have I been saying? What have I been saying? I have been saying this for a month.
What? What do you mean? The Monday panel wasn't even announced till like a month ago. Months.
No, because months we've been saying they're going to have probably a 20th anniversary panel. I said that would be the best time to announce this Ewan McGregor show. I
called that a year ago. What are you talking about?
Okay, whatever.
Called it, guy.
We're gonna have to sort this out though, guys, because you guys are. It's not happening on Monday. Like,
but you know what is going to happen?
No
James?
pies are going to fly on Monday if they announce it on the day you think they're going to announce it.
We're going to have to buy a plane ticket to Ohio just to smack him in the face.
For the people who are worried about the pie bet, which I know that is a big thing now, people are very interested in this.
Pie watch.
If the three of us don't, if it is announced at Celebration after Lacey and I leave, which means it would be Monday, that'd be worst case scenario. If it's announced before, you're going to see some pies thrown around. But if it's announced Monday and we don't hang out again before Episode 9, we're smacking pies in faces when we see Episode 9 together. So there you go, folks.
So we have to wait that long?
Yes.
You guys can't just take a pie?
James, we've been waiting 42 years for the end of the saga.
Yes, we waited 42 years for the end of the saga. We can wait 42 weeks to smash a pie in your face.
The stupid pie bet that's been like we'll know by the end of Celebration, but it's not going to happen for another 8 months.
I still think we should do it, but then also we should do it again live.
I'm going to get double a big key lime pie and just smash it in.
Can we not do...
face.
I love key lime. Can we do something gross like banana?
What about just gross ready whipped cream or something like that?
What about a Will of the Force pie?
Expired whipped cream. How about a blind pie? All right, guys. So enough about pies. We'll talk more about that later, of course. But again, before we hop into our segments, 9 days from today, guys, you see us right now on YouTube. You hear us right now out there in iTunes, SoundCloud. What if you had a chance to see us in person?
Oh my God.
At Star Wars Celebration on the podcast stage,
What?
9 days from today, Saturday, April 13th, 6 o'clock Chicago time, Central Time, on the first level of the convention in the podcast stage room. Come see us, 6 o'clock to 6:45. We are doing our podcast live. We're going to have some giveaways, some fun segments, including one we're about to get into in a minute. A lot of good surprises, good times, laughs, talking Star Wars, having a good time. We hope to see you there if you are going to Celebration. And worry not if you're not. We are going to record it and post it on all of our channels and stuff after. But don't forget, after the podcast, we will be doing a meetup. Immediately after our panel, we're heading to the Arc Bar right there in the Hyatt, not Hyatt, in the Hyatt. And we want to meet all of you. The Star Wars News Net crew is going to be there. Three of us are going to be there. We want to talk, hang out, have a good time. And other podcasts and bloggers will be joining around 7:30 or so. So we're looking forward to that. So make sure if you are going to Celebration, mark your calendars now. I don't think there's too many cool competing panels going on at that time. So 6 o'clock. Saturday, April 13th, podcast stage, first level, easy to get to. Come hang out with the Resistance. The base is open, and we'll see you guys in 9 days.
I want to see
guys,
you.
we need to warm up and start getting good at this podcast thing real quick. So why don't we do it in Will of the Force? Cheer it way.
I fear nothing, for all this, as the Force wills it.
Oh,
The Will of the Force, it's back, baby. Remember that?
I remember that. Maybe I'll say that at our live panel.
It's back, baby.
I love when James does impressions of John.
All right, 5 questions this week. Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq. We have 5 questions, and the first one kicking it off this week is about episode 10. No, I'm just kidding. 9. Episode 9. Will Maz Kanata's role be more substantial, like in The Force Awakens, than it was in The Last Jedi? Do we think that she's actually going to have more of a Force Awakens type role versus a more Last Jedi type of role? Lacey, you're going to be first up on this one because you are Maz Kanata's biggest fan, right?
I was unaware, but sure, she's
little
great.
orange green lady.
Green. She's orange.
Yeah, I don't know why I said that. I think I'm thinking of Oompa Loompas. They're orange and green.
Yes, she will, because she's a J.J. Abrams character, and this is J.J. Abrams' movie. She kind of had a throwaway part in Last Jedi. I didn't even really understand her part in that movie. It was weird.
Trade disputes.
She also hinted at
unions
getting with other guys. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah.
It was super weird. Anyway, I think she's going to have a good part in this movie, and I think she's going to help guide the characters where they need to go.
All right, John, do you agree with Lacey on that one?
I do. I think the three of us, when we do agree, we do it well. And I think one thing we've been hammering home is JJ is sticking to what worked for him in TFA, not to discount what happened in TLJ, but we're kind of going back to those beats. So this, one of them being Maz Kanata. In TLJ, not only was her part small, but it wound up being insignificant because the guy they went looking for that she pointed them to, they didn't even wind up
It was
getting
so
help
weird.
from.
So
it was completely useless. Yeah. So I do agree. I think so. I think it'll still be a small role, but I think we'll actually see her this time, and it won't be like via satellite. So I think we'll actually get to see Maz Kanata again, and maybe it'll be more of a thing where she talks about Han, and it's a little more emotional or important than her just being like, "I'm shooting people, go there. All right, see ya, jetpack." So yeah, I'm gonna say she will.
Jetpack.
I don't know. I'm torn on this one because I think that my gut is saying, yeah, you're absolutely right with the J.J. Abrams. It's his character. You know, you see her in the first one, but you really hammer that character home for the third one. But also, are we hearing that Lupita is doing stuff? Like that she's been filming or she was working
She talked
on
about it.
9?
They
She
tried to
did?
interview her for During Us that just came out, which, by the way, I heard is awesome. Someone interviewed her being like, what can you not tell me? And she was like, that's tricky. I can't tell you anything. That's what she said.
She wasn't part of any like the returning cast announcements, was she?
I think she
was.
listed, yeah.
She was? Okay,
Yeah.
all right, man. Maybe I'm crazy. It's just the thing is like nobody's really talking about her. Like for instance, we talked on Monday. She wasn't on that poster. You know what I mean? It's just like another
Right.
thing.
I think that's another thing he's trying to. I'm sure she's going to be one of those characters that people are going to be so excited to see that they don't need to put on the poster.
Yeah, if this is the big like we're gonna get answers thing, like what answers, what loose ends do we have about Maz that we need wrapped up in in this movie when you're trying to keep under 3 hours? I don't know. It almost makes me feel like my brain is saying
under 3 hours. I love how you snuck that in there.
Well, I'm just saying, like everybody thinks it's gonna be a 3 hour movie, and they're like, well, all right, let's try to answer all these questions in one single feature length film. But
Let's
like
try
I
to
said, my
answer this
brain is telling
question.
me this, but yeah. I'm going with what you guys are saying for sure.
Oh, yeah? Three for three?
Yeah, because, I mean,
Teamwork.
You're telling me she's in it, so she's got to be in it. Yeah. All right. The next one is actually from a patron. This one comes in from actually a new patron, Mark. Everybody knows him as Mark. Just kidding. Everybody knows him as Dakine Awakens.
The kind of vacants.
Yes.
Mahalo. My
Hang
German
loose,
brother.
bro. All right. This one,
Not even
the
German.
question is, with the rumors of the bounty hunter in episode 9, will there be a bounty hunter on, will there be a bounty on the heads of one or some of the main characters? So is there any chance that like part of the storyline is that Carrie Russell's, what's her name? Zero or Ziri?
Zori.
It could be trying to track down Finn because the First Order put out a hit on him or something like that on one of the main characters, maybe Rey, maybe Poe.
I could see a
something
hit
like
on
that.
Rey.
John, I'm going to go back to you this time. Do you think that there's going to be a bounty on someone's head?
That sounds good. It's definitely a Star Wars type of thing, and we haven't seen it really yet in this trilogy, except for let's look for the map. They're looking for an object or the droid, and when it comes to a person, we haven't seen that. So I think it'd be fresh and cool for this trilogy. If it's Rey, maybe that seems a little too on the nose. What if it's someone we didn't expect? And what if that person is the MacGuffin of the movie? What if there's a reason that someone exists and they're trying to find this person as opposed to an object? I think that'd be interesting. Now I'm kind of widening my speculation net a bit here. But to go back to this Will of the Force style, yeah, I think that'd be cool. So I'm going to say yes. Will there be a bounty on someone's head? One of the main characters? It sounds awesome to me. So yes, there will be.
All right, Lacey, we know you're disappointed about Carrie Russell not being a Knight of Ren, or potentially not being a Knight of Ren, but now that she may be a bounty hunter, are you digging this idea that maybe there's a bounty on someone's head? Is that possible?
So I am very sad. R.I.P. my theory that she'd be a Knight of Ren. It makes me so sad. There still is a chance that she could rock some awesome eyeliner, though, so I'm okay with it. Carrie Russell would be awesome as a bounty hunter. I could definitely see there being a mark at someone's head, or a bounty. But what I immediately go to is in The Force Awakens when Kylo turns to all the stormtroopers and goes, "Find them." I could see that happening again. That he says it to a group of bounty hunters and she just is the one that does the best job. I could see it being out for Rey only because if she supposedly killed the Supreme Leader, wouldn't they go after the person that supposedly killed the Supreme Leader? And or are they trying to look for resistance troops or the MacGuffin? I know that's the rumor, is that there's this MacGuffin that everybody's looking for, and it's kind of like this Indiana Jones story. We talked about it a couple months ago or weeks ago. Yeah, I could totally see that, and I think that's what it is. I think she's looking for someone.
Yep. So this is 3 for 3 on this one because I actually really dig this idea that the bounty is out there. Lacey,
High five,
you
team.
said it. Yep. Psh, you said you compared it to Kylo Ren saying find her, but I actually think of Vader.
No, I said find them. He turns to, it's when he's looking for Han Solo.
Yeah.
And Chewie. When he goes into the big thermal oscillator.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you compared him to Kylo Ren, but I compare it to Vader. In Empire Strikes Back, where he's standing there and he's going through the line of bounty hunters, and I could almost see them doing something similar. He brought on a bunch of bounty hunters, and it just so happens that this character Zori is the new Boba Fett, or the character that is going to be the best out of the bunch.
Or it could be Hux.
I could see Hux doing it. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. He's like the
I didn't say it
fanboy.
would be Kylo Ren. I'm saying like there's a scene where there's a lineup of bounty hunters on the starship, our Star Destroyer.
I saw the security footage. I saw what happened. I put a bounty on Kylo Ren's head, and Hux says that.
I don't know.
Oh,
man.
really? So Kylo's on the good side now?
No, he's still a dirtbag, but the other dirtbag wants to kill that dirtbag.
Now, I think
still a
the only one that doesn't
dirtbag.
seem likely to me is Finn, because I think they could put a hit out to track down the leader of the Resistance, Poe Dameron. I could see him being like, find the girl on a side quest, go find Rey. The MacGuffin thing sounds good to me too. I like that idea. But all in all, I like the idea of the bounty on someone's head. It's very, very classic original trilogy Star Wars. So.
And also run and hide. Yeah, I love that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Next one. Having read some of the excerpts, so we are kind of guessing here, but using Force, aka hunches. John, what are you writing here? Will Master and Apprentice become your favorite Claudia Gray book to date? Lacey, tell me, are you excited for Master and Apprentice? And does it have the potential to be your favorite Claudia Gray book?
It depends. Is she eventually writing a Ben Solo book?
To date, it says to date.
I'm joking. Yes, it will be, because I love Obi-Wan. Goat. Yes, it will. That's my answer.
Wow. All right, John, what do you think? Is this going to beat some of the other Claudia Gray novels that you haven't read?
Yeah, I know. That's what's funny. I haven't read Lost Stars. Should I read Lost Stars?
Yes.
Let me know in the comments if I should read Lost Stars.
Yes.
So # John read Lost Stars.
I love how you snuck it in there. That you haven't read.
Have you both read Lost Stars?
Yes.
Oh. Well, who really gives a crap? All right.
Skipper, you skipping the question. Just skip
I
back
will
to
say,
James. To James.
I think it will be, because it has to do with characters I care about, not just made up people in the Empire. And
It's not made up if it's a canon book.
yeah, but I don't like Qui-Gon Jinn or Obi-Wan Kenobi versus these two people who are like, we like each other. We'll see you later in the sequel. Yeah, so I'm gonna say yes, because I'll probably read this one. I still haven't read Lost Stars. People are gonna yell at me about that. That's okay. You can yell. I'll get to it eventually, but not yet. This one's coming first. It's gonna be my favorite ever.
James, please help this conversation.
I'm going to say, it's always potential, but I'm going to say no. But I'm going to say that it's going to be a great book. The thing is with Lost Stars is I feel like pretty much everybody has it in their top 5 or top 3.
Not me.
If not their number 1. So to say that this book, is it possible that it could be the best new canon Star Wars book ever written? It's like, I don't know. It's a tall order, but I think John's right that there's good possibility, because it's someone writing about characters we know. Although Claudia Gray also wrote Bloodline, right?
Yeah. And
Bloodline didn't beat top Lost Stars, even though she was writing a character that we know. So I don't know. So I think it would be hard to beat Lost Stars. So that's my answer, but it doesn't mean that I'm not excited for this book. I think it's going to be awesome.
All right.
Next question coming up here. We got a question about Richard E. Grant and his role in episode 9. And we're wondering is there any chance that his role could have a bigger impact than, say, a Captain Canady from The Last Jedi? Is this character going to be someone with a major impact over the whole course of the movie? Or are they just going to have this one really cool cameo scene in like the beginning, middle, or end of the movie? I think I started with Lacey last time, so I'm going to bounce back at you, John. What do you think about Richard E. Grant having a bigger role than Captain Canady did in The Last Jedi?
Yes, only because Star Wars has a major villain problem, and I've been hammering that home for a long time. So I think because of that, and because Phasma's likely gone, you need another villain that at least needs to do more than just be in a one scene. I think Captain Canady was wasted, actually. I think that would have been a very interesting villain to prolong. I think he did a fantastic job, that actor. I forget his name. Someone will yell at me in the comments on what his name is because they looked it up on IMDb, but I can't do that right now. But I will say Richard E. Grant will have a bigger role than Captain Canady had in The Last Jedi. General Smiley. Oh, I love Star Wars.
Sorry, I'm taking a drink. Yeah, I agree with John. I think Richard's, first of all, he's wonderful, guys. He is a great follow on Twitter.
Is he?
Yeah, he's wonderful. He's great. He's in Spice World. It's great.
He's always smiling.
He's like living his best life, and I love that. I love positivity. I love like putting energy in the world that's like really, really fun and energetic. And he's living his life in a way that like if I was in his shoes at the Oscars, I'd do the same thing. He's like taking selfies with everybody. He's the best. So yes, I think he does have a good role based on the fact that they had him wear like a robe to cover his outfit and move between sets. And he talked about how the security of reading scripts, if he had a smaller part, he wouldn't be reading, like he wouldn't be going through these details, I feel. And then also the fact that he had to go audition for JJ. If it's a smaller role, why would he have to go all the way to audition for JJ? Those smaller roles are usually just filled, I would argue. I wouldn't say that like certain lines they have to see JJ sees every single person that they cast for small lines. So yes, he will. And I think he's awesome, so I hope he does.
Yeah. I'm with Lacey 100% on this because she's really nailing it. There's something to it about how much they've put emphasis on his role. Like again, like I can't remember that actor's name who played Captain Canady either. Again, people are shouting it at their car radios right now. But
I think it was Ray Romano.
Yeah. But they didn't at
Paul Blart
at the time. We'll call him Paul Blart. They didn't make an announcement that Paul Blart was going to be in Last Jedi.
Right.
You know Paul Blart's not even a real person.
There wasn't. I know. But Paul Blart didn't come and meet with J.J. Abrams and Daisy Ridley and was asked by J.J. Abrams, "Are you going to do it? Are you going to be in the movie?"
Like, Paul, come on, give us an answer.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying is I think they've put too much emphasis on this, more so than they did for that character and that actor, because that didn't have that big of a significant role. But this one
and that role also has parallels with the story that John told about getting Finn, where he went and met with JJ and then had lunch with JJ, and JJ was like, "So, is your life's about to change? Are you ready to change?"
Yeah.
Like it just sounded very similar when Richard was talking about it, that it was the same like, wait, what moment that he had with JJ that John Boyega had as well.
All right. Well, it was definitely fitting that John went first on the last one because, Lacey, you're going to be up on this one.
What?
And this question is a Star Wars Celebration Chicago question.
Woo!
I'm asking the tough one right now. All right. You ready for this?
Yeah.
You know him. You love him. Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones himself, Han Solo himself, the President of the United States himself.
Get off my plane.
Is he going to make a surprise appearance at Star Wars Celebration? Lacey, are we seeing Harrison Ford?
Yeah, I think we will.
Whoa!
Are you talking
really?
Are you talking about the bad guy from What Lies Beneath?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about the guy who said, "I did not kill my wife."
No, I'm talking about the guy from the Amazon commercial with the dog.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy? I like that guy.
Yeah.
Yes, I think he will.
You think he's coming?
Yep.
All right, John, do you think he's coming?
Yes, but I hope he's not flying himself.
I don't know what you guys are thinking. I don't see why he would come. We were talking about George Lucas last week in the polls, or not, this Monday on the polls. I
said George wasn't coming.
James, do you know why?
That's a good point.
Oh,
why? This is what I wanted you to say during your turn, John.
Oh, okay. Well, I take my turn short so that I leave myself extra time for your turn during your turn.
There you
Well, I don't want to spoil this because I want to talk about it in the next segment, but Han Solo's going to be in the trailer for episode 9. Book it.
I hate when you say book it.
I know, that's why I say it.
I like when he says book it. I want him to say book it more often.
I have a 37% accuracy rate on book it.
All right. So as of now,
Lacey says Rotten Tomatoes score.
Lacey says yes, John says yes, and I say no. But John's teasing us a little bit, so I say we go ahead and wrap up this Will of the Force. That's it. That's all we got this week. Let's move on to the discussion. John, I'm going to let you talk a little bit about what we're going to be talking about this week.
Thank you, eloquent Baney. This is it, guys.
Don't interrupt myself when I'm talking about myself.
James Eloquent Baney.
It's because he's British. His middle name's Arthur.
Yes. My name's Arthur and I like Star Wars. All right,
I'm
so
King
guys.
James and King Arthur.
Yes. All right, guys. So this is our final chance. We talked about this in November, but now we're going to talk about it again. Our final guesses, as we're a week away, a little over a week away, from the seeing footage from episode 9. So this is it.
Obi-Wan once thought as you do.
J.J. Abrams will reveal the trailer at Celebration 8 days from today, where we'll also find out the title of the movie. So, as I said, we speculated and made guesses last year around Thanksgiving, so it's time to bring the conversation back based on anything we've heard or found out since that time. A little more informative than we were back then when we were eating some turkey, and when we made the pie bet, actually. But will it be a full trailer? Who will we see? What will we see? Who will we hear from? What will the title be? The whole shebang. So guys, let's get into it right now and start the wheels churning. Speculation Nation is alive and well. Let's make our guesses. What do you think we're going to see? First of all, title-wise, let's start with that. Let's knock that out of the way. Title-wise, where we stand. I'm still hanging my hat on Fate of the Galaxy. That's my guess, and I hope it's right. What do you guys think?
It's kind of unfair because, that's also, I believe, I'm kind of speaking for her, but I believe that's me and Lacey's guess as well, just because we've been sticking with it for so long.
Yeah, it's the only one that makes sense to me.
Yeah, if I had a wild guess, I think that maybe Journey, maybe?
Like the band?
No, I'm saying, well, yeah.
We're halfway there.
But I guess what I'm thinking of is yeah.
What were you singing?
She's singing Bon Jovi.
That was not Journey.
Living on a prayer.
So
Journey.
instead of Padme, we're doing is it Bon Jovi sings Journey? Is that it?
Sorry,
Yeah.
I meant to sing just a small town girl. Don't believe it.
All right,
So
James,
yeah, so I was thinking about this and I was like, oh, it could be like Journey to the blank or something. But then I realized later the reason why that sounds Star Warsy is because they do Journey to the Force Awakens.
right.
Yeah. So I think that's where in my head I was like, oh, I'll say Fate of the Galaxy, but maybe like a Journey to the blank or something. And it just dawned on me right now.
Ooh, what if
why
it's
that sounds familiar?
Star Wars Beyond the Outer Rim.
Maybe.
Dun,
I
dun, 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 dun.
I still like it if they
That
announce the
stinks.
title and then they do Journey
If that
to
was
the
the
Journey
title,
to
you
the
would-
Force.
If that was the title, John, you would be like, this is really great. I wonder what it means.
It sounds like Beyond the Outer Rim, like, I don't know, it sounds like a toilet.
Beyond the Outer Rim. It sounds
Yeah,
like
just like-
Twilight Zone
It's like-
meets
it-
toilet
it's
seat.
like it's like
It
someone
actually
cleaning.
sounds Star Trek-y to me.
It sounds
That's
like
right.
Well, Star
'Cause of
Trek
Beyond,
Beyond, yeah.
yeah.
Someone's like cleaning a house. They're like, make sure you clean beyond the outer rim of the toilet. Some scum building up back there.
I'm just thinking because all these rumors are that some threat is coming from.
Yeah, but I don't know how accurate that is. But also, James, Journey doesn't make sense because if we're ending the saga, you wouldn't
yeah.
say Journey to.
Well, I was thinking it would be like like,
Journey to the End.
John, what are you going to do if it actually ends up to be right and I just came up with it and that's the title?
Beyond the Outer Rim.
Yeah.
I'm going to make toilet jokes for the next 8 months. Clean your toilets, folks. Episode 9 is a reminder.
No, I guess I was thinking of it more like Indiana Jones. Like there would be like a temple that they need to get to. Like if the name of the temple is like the Aztec, then it would be called like Journey to the Aztec or something. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. That sounds horrible.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go.
What do they call the place that Ahsoka and Ezra go to?
World
you mean
Between
the World
Worlds.
Between Worlds?
What if it's Star Wars World Between Worlds?
No chance.
Yeah.
How do you know?
I don't know.
Too animated.
But I also kind of know. They're not going to do that.
All right, so guys, our title guesses are out there. We'll see. We'll find out very soon what it is, and we'll all love it. And some people won't, and people will fight about it. It'll be like that scene in Mean Girls where the girls are fighting each other.
What if it's Star Wars Endgame?
Star Wars, Sad Boy Kylo.
Force Awakens 2. I still stand by that.
All right, guys, so what do you think we're going to see in this trailer? I think we're all kind of thinking it's going to be obviously a full trailer since we skipped Teaser Nation that everyone thought we were getting around Christmas. Mm-hmm. So full trailer, you're looking at 2+ minutes. What are we going to get in this thing? I know I had speculated we're going to get some Sith eyes from Kylo Ren.
No.
I think that was before we got the helmet coming back, so I'm not sure about that now. We know that Rey's got the lightsaber back, the blue lightsaber, so we can get rid of the double-bladed nonsense. A lot of those things that we speculated are out the window, so we're getting down to the bare bones here. I still think... I agree with... I think Lacey said that Leia will be the last shot. I think Leia will be the voiceover for the trailer still. I think it will be Carrie Fisher's voice being the narrating voice throughout the trailer. I think that'll rip people's hearts out, and I think that's what JJ wants to do.
I could see that. I can't see the full trailer, but maybe the end part.
Or the beginning and then the end.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, we've had trailers where Luke narrated
with
they
old
use
lines.
Clips from old lines. Yeah.
I think they're starting the trailer with someone breathing like they have for the past 2.
Yeah. I like that. I like that.
And it'll be Poe.
Yeah,
could
probably.
be Poe. Yeah.
Poe makes the most sense because we started that first trailer with John Boyega popping up. Then the next one, hand down, and then it's her, you know. And this one is like the resistance, the battle to the end against the First Order. And it just makes sense that it would be like done. He like lands, like he jumps out of a tree and he's like looking around and he's like, you know, Jungle Cruise, Poe Dameron.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I definitely I like that idea. Other stuff. Yeah, I think you're right, man, about the double-bladed lightsaber, man. As soon as we saw that like leak or whatever that is on the poster, that just really kind of puts a stamp on an idea that I just don't think they're ever going to go down, you know?
And also, if that Jordan photo is a battle towards the end of the movie where everyone kind of convenes and gets together.
Congregates.
Congregates, whatever. Another word that starts with a C. This episode of Sesame Street is brought to you by the letter C. We see Rey's staff, and it's not lightsabered out or anything. So it's just there. She still has that thing, and it's just maybe it's her tie to home. She still has, that's part of her, and it'll always be a part of her. And we all speculate to be a lightsaber, but it's not going to be a lightsaber.
Ooh, you know what'll happen? This won't be in the trailer, so I don't know why we're talking about it, but they're gonna go back to Jakku, and she's gonna stick it in the ground, and then they're gonna walk away.
Could be.
I think the trailer is going to definitely have, it's going to start with Poe breathing. I completely think that. I think at some point there's going to be some type of voiceover about like the Jedi or like, you know, there are people out there in the world that are trying to do good, and it's going to be Rey from behind lighting up her lightsaber. And then you're going to
that.
I would probably say Leia or Poe. I think you're going to see a part where Finn's yelling, like, this is it, guys. I don't know. I'm just telling you snippets that I'm seeing in this trailer, James. I haven't actually built the trailer yet. So when I give it back to JJ, I'll give you the full rundown.
Hey, Lexi? Do you have my trailer yet?
I definitely see it ending with Leia saying something like, this is what it's been building towards, or some type of line where like, this is it. Because that's all these movies do that moment, right? Like, it's all been coming to this, or like, this is it. This is the moment.
Dun, 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 dun,
This is about us. Or my
I
favorite
think
line,
so.
ready? This is my favorite line that all these movies do. This is bigger than us.
Yeah. The greater good.
Yeah.
I
This
hear you
isn't
on
just
that.
about us anymore. That's the
One
line.
thing, there's always
Stranger Things just did that.
There's always a big, there's always a big, obviously, space battle or something going on in Star Wars. So what are we thinking here? I'm thinking JJ is going to tread away and not do the super weapon thing. So we got to be looking in other ways. Where we saw the new TIE Fighter, the TIE Echelon. They're probably going to introduce some new good guy ships. We saw the T-65 leak. So you got the old X-Wing. Is that just from the Luke flashback? Are we getting, our Biggs and that crew coming back somehow? What kind of space? We're going to see space clips and fighting. What do you think we're going to see?
Yeah, I think that it's the Battle of Five Armies kind of idea.
Yeah. Like a ragtag group of people.
I think that the big super weapon thing is overplayed, and what they're going to try to do is they're going to try to meet quantity. And they're just going to be like, look at these armies. And it's like, we're going to have this like big picture of like, and like, maybe they even back out and they're seeing like explosions in the spiral galaxy, and then it'll be like fate of the galaxy.
I'm thinking of like Lord of the Rings,
know
where
how
everybody
big it
in
could
Return
be.
of the King shows up to support, like everybody from the Ghost Kings to the,
Yeah, that's right,
humans,
yeah.
everything like that. Or like Ready Player One, where he's like, we all need to fight. We all need to do this together. Like that's what I'm picturing.
I totally
like
see
a
this
Finn
as
part. Yeah.
a Revolutionary War. Like you have all these people in the red coats, and then you have all these farmers with pitchforks.
The walking down the line saying something,
Yeah.
This is our time.
Yeah.
This is bigger than us.
Yeah, I think of when, Clayton had said this one's for the fans, and everyone keeps saying, this is for the fans, and we had so much fun. It makes me think that we are going to get some familiar faces and maybe some old ships mixed with new ships. So maybe we do get, a return of a Wedge Antilles and the old school looking X-Wings got
But in the
dug
trailer,
up out of somewhere.
we're
Not
talking-
necessarily...
I could
Yeah,
see
At
one
episode
moment
9 now.
I could see one moment in the trailer where someone pulls up and goes, I've been waiting for this, or like, I've been waiting years for this, or something like that.
If you see in the trailer a quick shot of an old T-65 or something X-Wing just fly by, and the people that are better at recognizing ships and stuff than me are going to bug out because they're going to say, that's Wedge Antilles X-Wing.
Wait
you're
till
not gonna
you're
see
in the
him?
room when they show
I could see that
this
happen.
trailer. You will never experience anything crazier than being in a room with 6,000 Star Wars diehard fans
bet.
when you watch a trailer for the first time. You hear people yelling stuff out as it's happening.
Oh, I'm sure. So all right, so let's put aside the space battle because maybe there is a home world. Maybe the First Order finally has, maybe the Resistance or the Rebellion, if you want to call it that now, take the fight to the First Order, but it's on a planet. Like that could happen too. But now in terms of our characters, are we gonna see in this
Lando.
trailer? In this trailer, are we gonna see? I think we definitely see Lando, but are we gonna see a clash of lightsabers between Rey and Kylo Ren in this trailer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So blade on blade.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Because you know it's going to happen. Everybody's expecting it to happen. So to have that in it is just going to please people.
What if this? Remember in The Force Awakens when the lightsaber flies to her, he's lit with his lightsaber and she lights it up. What if we have they both ignite it moment, but they haven't clashed it yet?
Well, I could see them doing the trailer where, and they do this a lot in action trailers. Like they did it for Civil War, I think, where you have two people that have their weapons and they're about to clash, and then it cuts away to like the title of the movie or whatever.
So
or
they're going
to,
for
like,
the hit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
that could be cool.
I don't know,
James
guys.
seems to disagree here.
Yeah, I think something about that fight is too like that's how you get us in the theater, and don't show us that.
True.
There's something.
what if,
I don't
like we
think we
said
saw
before,
any
James,
lightsaber fights in any of the
what
trailers.
if they have two
for Force
fights?
Awakens or Last Jedi.
Remember,
I
we
mean, I
indicated-
understand it's the first fight thing, but I don't know, guys. I think that's a money shot that they want to save.
I think it's going to end with Leia saying something like Ben, or this is the moment,
Do you think we see Kylo Ren without his helmet in the trailer?
If we do, he's putting the helmet on.
Yeah, that's what I would say too. I'd say I think it's mostly going to be helmet on, but if so, it'll be him putting it back on.
Because they have to show him putting it back on. They have to establish why he has it back on.
What if we see him putting it back together, like swirling items using the Force?
I think that's an in-movie shot.
Oh,
I don't think that's a trailer shot. No.
I honestly, in the trailer, they have to establish him putting it back on. Because for fans that aren't huge Star Wars fans, they're going to go, wait, he smashed that. They have to establish that he's putting it back on if they're going to show him.
But you don't see him put it on. You see him lift it up and the camera stays on his side or something. And you hear it click back on or something.
From behind him.
Like the back of his head kind of thing? Like Vader does or something?
To hide all his gross scars and stuff that he's going to have in this movie,
Hide the Sith eyes. Make that
the Sith eyes for sure.
We're saving that to the end of the trailer.
His makeup artist used a lot of red paint.
Could you imagine? If that was the last scene? It was like him taking off the helmet, and then he turns around. He's got the Sith eyes, and then it cuts to Leia, and she goes, "No one's ever really gone." Ooh.
No, I hate that.
She's like, no, I hate that. Okay.
How about Falcon? We're getting a Falcon in this trailer.
He could be saved, Lacey. Come on.
Do you guys think
he's getting redeemed. I just don't like the idea of
that's what I'm saying is like he would have the eyes, but then she would say no one's ever really gone, which points to
I think
even though he's got the eyes, he could be saved.
Right. I think the marketing you're going to see from this panel on is Kylo Ren is a bad person. That is the marketing you're going to see.
Yes.
Yeah,
because he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think he's going to be.
I think the marketing from this point on is going to be Rey is the hero.
Do you guys think that we are going to see?
Okay, hold on. Because for The Last Jedi, they had this like, is he or isn't he? I think they're going to go full, he's a bad guy, but in the movie, they're going to redeem him. Yeah. So you're going into the movie being like, he's the bad guy, he's the bad guy, he's the bad guy, he's the bad guy.
Because we got that trailer where he's like thinking about killing Leia, but he just can't do it,
So back to the trailer. Do you guys think we're going to see the Falcon a lot or just a glimpse? Do you think we'll see inside the Falcon? Do you think we'll see who's in the Falcon? What do you think?
Two or three shots. I mean, we'll see it in flying around.
I think you're going to see them in the cockpit saying confident. Like, we're in this together or something like that.
Yeah. I would love a cockpit shot because he already teased who's in it in that first blurred image he showed. So JJ's not going to be afraid to show us that. Yeah. Right?
I think that's what's going to happen is they're going to say, we're in this together, and then they're going to punch it, and then it's going to cut to
Wouldn't
the
it be cool to also see in the cockpit like 3PO and R2 also, and you're like, all right. We got the gang together. And
John's just listing wish list right now. He's not actually thinking about what's going to be.
Well, I'm doing a little bit of both.
It's what's going to be in John's trailer.
Yeah, right. That's my cut.
Okay, you said you think Lando's in the trailer.
Quickly.
Yes.
You don't think that's a trailer too? Han Solo wasn't in the first trailer.
Everybody knows.
Everyone knows he's in it, and he's not going to play a big role, so it's not a big deal.
Everybody knew Harrison Ford was in Force Awakens.
Yeah, but they didn't know what capacity he was in it.
Yeah, but they didn't show any classic characters in the first teaser for The Force Awakens.
They showed all new people.
Yeah.
All of JJ's characters.
Yep.
That's kind of my point, is maybe they're saving like a quick Lando cutscene for like a second trailer or a third trailer to be like, have you been kicking around this thing and you're not sure about it? Lando, baby.
Right, but you have to remember this is the first trailer coming after The Last Jedi. They're going to throw those fan servicey things in there.
Yeah, and also there's going to be other familiar faces. Now, speaking of familiar faces, are we getting Luke in this trailer?
No.
Mm-mm. I'm still not sure on Lando either.
I think, all right, so let's do another pie bet. Second pie bet. Will Lando be...
Come on.
I'm on the fence about Luke because, man, guys, it's the last time we're going to get Luke Skywalker in a movie.
I'm saying no because I think they're going to... During the trailer, there's going to be this like momentous build, and I think they're going to say things like, we've lost, and it's going to be like Lando putting his arm around Leia or something as like a comforting, like, she lost Han, and this is the first time they're seeing each other. Like, that's what I picture in the trailer. Like we've lost, we've done this, we've done that, and then it building to the moment of like, but this is it. This is our moment to take back like our freedom or whatever.
take back the galaxy. But I could see that moment where it's like we've lost, and then it flashes to a clip of Lando comforting Leia.
Call me crazy. I think, and this is just a bold shot here. I think, like we're saying, Leia makes sense. I think that's a high probability. I think Luke is a middle of the road probability, and I think we will see him. I'll just be contrarian here because you guys think not. I think we will see or hear or something. Luke will have a presence. Mm-hmm. I think we may see Han Solo in this trailer.
Yeah, we still haven't even got to that. Yeah,
I don't know, but if we think Harrison Ford's going to be at Celebration, the only thing he would make sense from the show up at is the Episode 9 panel.
I mean, it would be a surprise only because he's obviously dead.
Yes. So we either see a de-aged version of Han Solo or a flashback that happened recently before The Force Awakens Han Solo or something. I think we may get a glimpse of Han Solo in this trailer.
Now, John, does it count?
Just to get the big three in one trailer together and write the universe. That's all I'm saying.
Does it count if this first trailer is kind of a Endgame style trailer where they're
I hope not. Ugh, don't show us old footage.
Clips of old footage.
That's not a Star Wars trailer.
I understand. Man. I'm just saying. This is that whole nostalgia. It's coming to an end.
No.
Finish the journey.
No.
Nothing.
No.
All right.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. The closest thing you get is old dialogue echoing or something. But a lot of people think that this is going to Episode 9 is some summary of 9 movies. This is the third movie in a trilogy. JJ is not doing this is a Phantom Menace thing. This is Attack of the Clones thing.
This is probably to him, because JJ loves Star Wars, this is probably the biggest movie he's ever done.
Yes. Yeah. And for a guy who's not called a closer often, he has to close the deal.
He is and after The Last Jedi and the reaction people had to it, there is a lot of pressure on him right now. And I highly doubt he would just be like, yeah, let me just regurgitate all this stuff back up.
Yeah, here's a clip of Alec Guinness. Like, no, that's going to be all new stuff.
Just getting it on record, man.
No, I like the devil's advocate pitch in that. I like when we touch on all possibilities, because people out there are probably thinking like, whoa, do you think they'll do this? Do you think we'll do that? And we're kind of trying to answer that here. So just because we put things out there doesn't mean that's necessarily what we think. We're just kind of jogging ideas around. So I don't know. I guess we're kind of up against time here a little bit. So final thoughts. How about one bold prediction? I kind of gave mine. And then how about something that you think we're definitely going to get that we haven't talked about?
Kylo talking to Rey.
Okay, so you think we're definitely getting that?
Yes.
And do you have a bold prediction?
That is my bold prediction.
So you think it's a definite and a bold prediction? Okay. All right.
I think it's bold. The definite is that there's going to be some line of, this is bigger than us. This is the moment we've been waiting for it.
Because that's like, will Darth Vader talk to Luke Skywalker? Probably.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of up in the air after the end of The Last Jedi.
Okay. James, what do you got?
I'm trying to debate if this first trailer or the second trailer is when we're going to get something that totally changes our whole perspective on what this could be.
Do you think Rose will be in the trailer?
I think she will make one quick shot. Maybe.
Like a this, ready?
Maybe.
She won't have a line. We'll just see her.
I picture her almost like standing to the side, like next to somebody, like
she looks like a dignitary or
something.
And
then it just pushes in on someone being like, "They're here," and she's like,
"Yeah." So bold prediction, James? Nothing.
No, I was gonna say.
I feel bad for the audio people. I made like a very serious stare face, by the way.
The whole like it's time for the Jedi to end thing. I feel like sometimes when you get that trailer, you're like, oh, like this changes like so much of like what I was thinking. Even The Force Awakens had that stuff in like little ways like that, like when the lightsaber popped out of the sides.
Oh,
like
that was such a big moment.
I know, because all of a sudden we're like watching this and we're like, yeah, we have a really good idea on what this is. No, we don't. Whoa.
And the light.
Yeah, it's just like I feel like there's going to be something in this trailer that nobody can predict that it's gonna be a line or something we see.
I think it's
that's
gonna be
just-
Kylo and Leia in the same scene.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's something that like you can't predict.
You think?
Do you see what I'm saying? Like
Chewie,
a super
we're home.
weapon, but it's not a super weapon. How would we ever know what that could be? You know what I mean?
Right.
They're going to show us that thing that's just going to go, holy crap, what was that? You
Right,
know?
because you have to think. They did Chewie, we're home. They had Kylo Ren with the lightsabers. That was the thing that everybody was like, what? Lightsabers could do that? And then they had
I think it's
the
time
Jedi
for the
need
Jedi
to end.
Yeah, is the
And
big
then,
one.
no, Kylo putting his hand out to Rey.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah.
That was the one everybody was like, what? There's no way they're in the same scene together. There's no way that's real. Blah. That's what everybody said for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
No way. I just had to bring that back real quick.
Yeah. So James, you got anything?
That was it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. My bold prediction is Han
My
Solo is
bold
going to
prediction
be in the
is we're
trailer.
gonna. Yeah.
All right.
And obviously, we all agree that they're going to do some trickery where they're going to mislead us with some cool editing. That's probably a good guess. All right, guys. So let us know what you think. What are we going to see in the trailer? Who are we going to hear from? Who's not going to be in that we thought is going to be? We haven't even gotten to the music, but we know John Williams is going to have some trailer exclusive music that he always
Bangers.
does. Yeah, just give us your take. And also, obviously, your title guesses, all that stuff. So, I don't know, hashtag episode 9 trailer guess. And let us know what you think about what we said and whether you agree, disagree, and give us your thoughts too. And we'll see what happens in 8 days. My God.
Comments, baby.
My God. Yeah, comments all day. And then hit us up on Twitter at RBATSW.
Send.
And we'll see some of you in Chicago. And we'll all brag about the stuff we got right and pretend we didn't say things we got wrong. That's what we do around here.
We got
All right.
everything right. What?
Got it all right, baby. All right. Now it is time to get the giggles going in one of our favorite segments. So, Lacey, it is time for the Resistance Transmissions. Let's get it going.
All right, guys. I'm serious tonight. I mean business. And this is Resistance Transmissions. Every week, John gives you a crazy, wacky situation, and then you give me answer. Well, you give us answers, and then I read them live. I haven't read these before, so here we go. Again, serious tonight. Mean business.
There's a lot tonight, too.
All right. So the situation is, pretend you're watching Star Wars Episode 9 and R2-D2 is strolling along when he sees C-3PO wearing armor and holding a big blaster. Oh, sorry. John put blaster with an exclamation point. Mm-hmm. Knowing R2, what do you think would be the first thing he says to 3PO? So our buddy Mark Newbold at Fantatrax at prefect_timing wrote, beep,
Hey, Mark.
boop, Booit. You're welcome.
Which is probably the most accurate,
Yes.
honestly.
Yes.
Well done, Mark. Yeah. Next is Brian Shalito at BShow77, one of our Patreon generals. He wrote, don't you remember how our fans cringed the last time you tried this crap, bro?
Attack of the Clones, baby.
Yep.
Next is Matt Palmer at Matt Palmer 1978. He wrote, I go into low power mode and suddenly you're getting delusions of grandeur.
Nice. Return of the Jedi reference.
Nice.
Well done, Matt.
Next is Captain Jack Sparrow. Oh, word.
Ooh,
At Christian
Jack
H.
Poe.
Beck.
Celebrity.
And he wrote,
Is he verified?
I don't know. He wrote, quote, this will be the day that I die.
Oh, bye-bye, Miss American Pie.
Next is Talon's Pride at
John.
Talon's Pride. And he wrote, oh, look, a mindless philosopher with a weapon. What possibly could go wrong? That sounds like something James would say if he was a droid.
Beep, bop, beep, bop, weep.
Next is Aaron Quinton at Aaron, I'm going to slaughter this name, Aaron, Szyrzuski. And he's also a
Skurzeski?
Skurzeski. He's also a patron general.
Scooja
That's our newest general, right?
Yes.
Skurzeski. And he
Hey,
said, Someone's feeling nostalgic about their time as a battle droid, I see.
Again, Attack of the Clones, man. Kill the Jedi. What am I saying?
Next is Villain at Scum and Villainy, and he says he channels K2 and says, "How come Goldenrod gets a blaster and I don't?"
Yeah.
Well done.
Next is Star Wars Banter at Star Wars Banter. And he wrote, "I almost didn't recognize you, because of the armor and the gun."
Was that the red arm reference?
The red arm.
The red arm.
Well
You must have not recognized me from the red arm. Which
Wait,
someone then
wait a
brought it
minute.
up.
Is C-3PO like an old grandma from Looney Tunes?
I don't know. That's what he sounds like to me. So someone asked
Awful.
Ryan Johnson how C-3PO didn't have a red arm. And he said, well, if you look closely at the end of Force Awakens, he got a new arm. So fun fact.
He did.
He has a new arm at the end of the Force Awakens.
They probably have like a closet full of arms at the...
You probably learned. You probably didn't notice the red arm. All right, anyway.
Oh my God.
Next is Darth Del Rio at Darth Rio, and he wrote, quote, "You'll shoot your eye out, kid." Is that a Christmas story
Yes.
joke?
It is a
course.
Christmas story
Yes.
joke. Ho, ho,
You'll shoot
ho.
your eye out.
Next is Adam Green, who is a Patreon commander at Velcro
Heyo.
Face.
Hey, Adam.
Rubs radar eye. I really need to stay off the spice. And then is Christopher Bell at Chris Bell 30U, and he wrote, "This bloodbath is going to feel so good." Yo,
I
R2
thought-
is intense.
I thought that was such a good answer because of 3PO's line in A New Hope, this oil bath is going to feel so
Yeah,
good.
this bloodbath.
I thought
I
that
just
was
picture
really
R2
good.
like somehow tying on a bandana like Rambo. Just being
Yeah.
like, "I've been waiting for this moment." Anyway,
Oh,
guys,
we need to
thank
make
you.
that an R2D2 shirt, but he has a Rambo thing on him. That'd be great.
With C-3PO and the bandolier and the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Guys, thank you so much for your answers. If you want to be on the show, then definitely head over to Twitter at RBATSWNN and hashtag Resistance Transmissions. But we'll put up a crazy, wacky situation and just give me your creative answers and we'll read them on the show. Have a good time. Back to you, John.
Yeah, I even like I love resistance transmissions, especially after we have like one of our heated debates, because it brings
You mean
us back
like John's
to
always wrong?
True North. What a banana! All right,
A little bit.
guys, I just want to first off say thank you so much to all of you who listen to us. Follow us on Twitter. Our counts are going up. Our subscribers are going up. All of you who have been with us from the beginning or people who just joined us, thank you so much. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to us. You can do that on YouTube if you're watching right now. Get your notifications, ding the bell, comment, like our videos, share them with people. Also, iTunes, SoundCloud, and Spotify, other places. And do me a favor, do us a favor. If you know other people who like Star Wars, share our episodes with them, because some people are like, oh, I didn't even know there were Star Wars podcasts, let alone have heard of us. So spread the word. We really appreciate it. That's really the main way that we grow, is through word of mouth. So thank you guys so much for that. I do want to especially thank our patrons over at patreon.com/resistance broadcast. Our officers, from our pilots to our generals, are absolutely incredible with all of your support. We hope you're enjoying our pretty much daily content. We really strive to be the most productive Patreon possible for you guys, and we hope you are enjoying that. And a special thanks to our generals, and we got quite the list now. Adam Odell, Carmelo, a.k.a. Gray Jedi, Brian Shalito, Don Boring, Aaron Quinton, and Val Trichkoff. Our generals, we salute you. Thank you so much. Guys, also, of course, I said Val Trichkoff. That is our editor-in-chief and owner of StarWarsNewsNet.com. So thank you, Val, for all you do. And make sure everyone goes to StarWarsNewsNet.com for all of your latest news, reviews, editorials, information, and more, especially during Star Wars Celebration, because that is the best place to go for all of your Star Wars news, of course. And don't forget, we are all going to be at Star Wars Celebration covering that for you guys. Not only are we there to have a good time, do our podcast, But we're going to be covering that for you. So head to our YouTube channel again for that. We're going to be doing a lot of great coverage and fun stuff there as well. And I have to plug it one more time because we're a week away. Our panel on Saturday, April 13th, 6 o'clock on the first level of McCormick West, the main McCormick place right there. We are doing our podcast. So if you don't have anything booked for 6 o'clock Central Time on Saturday and you're at Celebration, come by our podcast. We have great giveaways. We're going to have a good time. A lot of our fun segments that you're used to that you're going to be able to participate in right there. It's going to be a blast. Then we're going to hang out right at the Hyatt Arc Bar right after the panel at around 7 o'clock. It's going to be a great time. So we hope to see all of you that are going to Celebration there. It's going to be an absolute blast. I'm so excited for it. And then until then, though, if you guys want to hit us up, you can find me on Twitter at Johnny Hoey and over at StarWarsNewsNet.com. James Arthur Bainey.
Jab. No, you guys can hit me up on Twitter at Meyer Trunks. If you guys want to talk about that. But I want to give one more shout out to the comment section because I think someone recently was like, oh my gosh, you guys actually replied. We had something like that. And I was like, yeah, you read a comment. If it's not just like great episode, I might say thanks or something. But like for the most part, if you put something in there like that's thought provoking, we're going to like respond to it, If
they write great episode, they're definitely getting a like on their comment for sure.
Yeah. Right there. So yeah, so if that's another way you're not following us on Twitter, you don't even have a Twitter or something like that, but you want to talk to us on YouTube. It's right there. It's easy.
Yep.
Lacey,
Just sign your life away to Google. That's
Lacey,
fine.
when you're not reading comments on YouTube and commenting on our YouTube comments, where can people hang out with you on the interwebs?
People can find me on Twitter at Lacey Gillerin. I'm also on Instagram. Never post there, but whatever. Yeah. Love Star Wars. Follow me there for tips and tricks of Star Wars Celebration. I've been to a couple, worked a couple. So if you have any questions, send them my way and I can hopefully help you.
Yeah, well, we asked Lacey questions because we're still trying to figure this stuff out ourselves. So, guys, do I look like Rey at the beginning of A Force Awakens?
Yes.
You're the worst.
How did you get that movie clip to play over your screen?
You mean the national anthem? Bing, bong, bing. All right, guys. Thank you again so much for all your support. We love you guys. Again, Twitter at RBATSWNN. And we will see you guys. Enjoy your weekends. We'll see you on Monday with our last episode before Star Wars Celebration starts. How about that? Craziness.
How about that?
Craziness.
Should be right.
Yeah, enjoy your weekends, and we'll see you again Monday with a new episode right here on the Resistance broadcast. See you around, kids.
Bye.